See everything's like leaning towards the right. It just like looked a little more like fine art, and it's stream of consciousness. Like I'll be in my drawing pad, like just going, and then like at the end of the week or the end of the month, I'm looking at like what was cool and what wasn't. Like I'll scrap it or just put it in a painting or something. But this one, I'm just like, I grew up loving pop art.
So far, what borough do you like the most? Or what neighborhood do you like the most?
I love Astoria just because
Astoria's
I'm coming from.
Putting a stamp on it. I'm just saying, Astoria is the shit.
Yeah. It's the food and also the people. Like
Food,
people are just
variety, culture.
Yeah.
I think there's an actual New York culture in Astoria. Am I gonna say shit? If I was broke, would I not want the help? Hell fucking yeah, I do want the help.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Now, if I'm gonna say if I was rich as fuck, would I say, damn, they're gonna take more from me? Would I be tight? Yeah, I would be fucking tight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, like I could understand both sides. Why are people fighting?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I could understand why, obviously, because those are those two sides, right?
Right.
But then it's also like, there's gotta be a bridge, man. There's gotta be a bridge, yo. There's gotta be some way.
The first thing I wanted to do, like leaving, I'm like, wow, I almost died. I really want to get on a skateboard and like I want to live.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend helped me name the show. I had a bunch of different names for it, and eventually I was just like, what would you name it? And she just goes, I don't know, these paintings are crazy. So I was like, that's perfect. I don't know what the hell this is. These paintings are crazy. That's literally what the show title's called. So
go. It's the conversation. Yeah. Take your mind different places. Now you know.
So yeah, we got Matt Furman in the crib. What's up, man?
What's up?
How you feeling, bro?
Good.
Yo, how's your journey over here, bro?
It was farther than I thought it was, just because when I was just moving into Astoria around, what was it, like the end of September when I ran into you. It was under the
That's
so
when
that day when I had a giant painting. That was my last.
I took a picture. I was like,
yeah, I was done. Like I was living in Chinatown, then moved over to live with my girlfriend in Astoria, and that was like so I was exhausted, and I'm like trying to run home because I'm like I just want to be done.
Right.
And then you came out of nowhere, and then I didn't realize I'm still running. Like I like don't want to run away from you. I'm just so excited to be done moving.
Yo, by the way, nice fucking piece, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing this. This is cool.
Yeah, while we talk about this is more of my newer stuff. I'm showing. Here, let me get my notes. I've got an art show December 20th. It's gonna be the 16th to the 20th, but usually like you do the opening and do a big party or whatever. I try just because they gave me Monday through Friday, I'm gonna do Friday like a closing party. So December 20th, right before Christmas, people could buy something for your family or whatever.
Nice.
All Street Gallery, 119 Hester Street, 6 to 9. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna come out past that time.
All right, never mind. It was a great time. We killed it, and I made a ton of money, and it was a lot of fun.
But I could definitely still help you promote that on my homepage. Just send me the information. I'm just always weeks ahead of myself.
Yeah, no.
So I have like different people lined up. Like this. Damn, I gotta think where I'm at right now. Matter of fact, I could check right now. So you have an idea, and it's okay. Like for me, I like to give people an idea of when their shit is gonna come out. So then
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Just in case if they want to plan on something, Give me one moment here. Don't worry, I can edit shit. Videos. All right, so 19. So yeah, yours is not gonna probably come out until in January.
All right, I'll try to throw another one in before then. For that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. This show's gonna be pretty. It was pretty. It's just everything I've been doing like since the beginning. Like after college, I've always been drawing, and I wanted to like do something where you like just look at it and you know it's me. Before
tell me the moving parts that brought you to getting this show, and what you put together in order to make this? Like, what was your execute strategy for this?
This favorite artist growing up was like Kenny Scharf, George Condo. Like when you see a painting of theirs, like you don't really like need to like look too deep into it. You know exactly who painted it, and that's what I was trying to do with these faces. Like this one's just like the mouths and teeth, but like putting it in the eyes and stuff, like making my own style. So like like no one else is doing it. It's just me.
I was showing my friend your work, and she said one of the drawings reminded her of Garfield.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I love
that
Garfield. Yeah.
Yeah?
Garfield's good. So like I'll do this kind of art, but then I also like make cartoons and put like the cartoons in this world that I created.
But this is dope because this is like not to say that cartoons aren't art, but this I feel like this is a good art piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a good what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like it complements to a certain surrounding.
Yeah.
You know, an artistic surrounding, depending on like what's the vibe of that surrounding.
Right.
This would be like really dope in like even in a club setting. You
Yeah.
know, like some type of motherfuckers taking drugs like, you know what I mean? Like, on some shit. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's what I saw. But like, that's not to say you do that, or you know
Yeah.
what I mean. That's not to say that's what it represents. But art is art, right? So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
in the moment, you could fucking come up with anything.
Yeah.
What does this mean to you though?
It's hard to see, but like these are outlines of like a mouth. And I've like created that, and over time I kind of like tilted it. You can see everything's like leaning towards the right. It just like looked a little more like fine art, and it's stream of consciousness. Like I'll be in my drawing pad, like just going, and then like at the end of the week or the end of the month, I'm looking at like what was cool and what wasn't. Like I'll scrap it or just put it in a painting or something. But this one, I'm just like I grew up loving pop art, and pop art they put like a ton of like the same image over and over again, and like Murakami does that with his flowers. So that's what I was thinking with this, of just like me and putting a lot of it and like meshing like surrealism with pop art, like just stuff that like people aren't seeing. Like my goal always is just like do something that hasn't been done before. I don't want to be like, oh, you look like this or you look like that. So like I'm always just trying to find something that it's just different.
Do you think that this came from childhood? Like this character?
Yeah, well, yeah, the faces definitely, because like I mean, growing up, Simpsons, Garfield, Family Guy, like anything, yeah, like those kind of things just stay in my brain, and then I'm like, but it's all, I'm not like really putting too much thought into like what's gonna come out. Like I have an idea, I do it, and then I'll paint it, and that's like 3 different paintings. Like the one that I thought of in the beginning is never the one that is what's the final piece. Yeah.
Well, where do you think that comes from? Do you feel like it starts with an idea, but then when it comes into reality, you're like, nah, it could be this.
Yeah.
Or it could go, you know?
Yeah, or I'm just like, I'm having a different like feeling of a day, and I'm like thinking of colors just like fitting this a little bit better than like I thought a couple months before. Yeah, no, it's...
Although it's a lot going on here, it seems very cohesive at the same time.
Right.
Which is interesting. Huh. Where are you from, man?
I grew up mostly in Westchester. Spent a little bit of, like, growing up with my family, we lived in England for a little bit. But yeah, graduated. I'm all right, thank you though. Graduated in Westchester, went to school at SUNY Cortland, and then I like being away in like the tree. I just like knew I needed a city. I've just loved New York City, and like I had to. So I moved right down here after that, and it's been like 10, 12 years, something. I guess I was like, yeah.
Okay. Mostly in Chinatown.
Mostly Chinatown, but I've lived in all of the boroughs now. I was born in Staten Island, then the first apartment I lived in coming down was in Bushwick, so I spent a year and a half in Bushwick. Spent a little bit of time in Harlem. I think it was like less than a year, and then moved to the Bronx, South Bronx, Mott Haven for 3 years, and then now moving to Astoria.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does it feel going from each borough? Like what borough do you like the most? Or what neighborhood do you like the most?
I love Astoria just because
Astoria's
I'm
the
coming
shit.
from
Putting a stamp on it. I'm just saying, Astoria is the shit.
Yeah. It's the food. It's the food, and also the people. Like people are
Food,
just
people,
yeah,
variety, culture.
yeah,
I think there's an actual New York culture
Yeah.
in Astoria. You know
and
what I mean?
and I got a lot of that from all the other boroughs I lived
Yeah.
in. I just think maybe that's just the age that I am and the time in my life. Like, sorry, just things are happening, but it's
How old
not
are you?
as fast. I'm 33.
Yeah, I think that it gives me that vibe too.
Yeah.
It's like it gives me like young vibe, gives me like young youthful energy, like
Yeah.
trying to go at it. There's a lot of creatives here.
Yeah,
You know, it's something about Astoria that I feel like is very up and coming, which is kind of dangerous too because it makes the rent and everything so
Right.
fucking outrageous. Like my rent just increased, and I'm just like, yo,
yeah,
fuck you
Yeah.
guys, yo, like you know what I mean, like. But with that being said, and just to switch dynamics a little bit, in today's society in New York, the switch of regimes right now,
Yeah.
like Trump just won, you know, like
Yeah.
how do you feel like the dynamics for the working man is going to change?
dude. I mean, me personally, it's still like just, it's been like only a couple days. Like I felt like he was gonna win. I didn't want him to, obviously.
Why didn't you want him to win? I have some friends and they've been on the podcast too. Like some of them, like I have some friends that are like Trump supporters. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't. For me, this is how I feel about it. Like I feel like genuinely, this is how I feel about it. I think back in the day, and I wrote I just made a post about this shit.
Yeah.
It's like back in the day, I feel like Republicans and Democrats had more respect for one another. They would even agree to certain points in political debates
Right.
on fucking television. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now it's like, fuck this person, basically. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And their views and everything. It's just like, I think that the entire culture of our political dynamic is fucking weird. And it doesn't really involve the people, but just certain groups on both sides.
Right.
And that's the shit that's like fucking weird. You know what I mean? Like to me, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
how about just the other people that don't care about any of that shit and just want to live and survive and do something with their lives?
Yeah.
There's a lot of those people.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, so it's like, I don't know. I just think they both sides can promise a lot of things, but at the end of the day, they don't make the final decision.
Right.
So, you know, I don't want to be a conspiracy head, but sometimes I feel like they're both heads of the same monster. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
that makes any sense? I
Yeah.
don't know. Just one can hide it better than the other.
Yeah.
But that's just my conspiracy mind thinking.
Right.
I'm not a fucking political science major or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people actually know and they study these things. But it's one of those things. How do you feel about it though?
Well, I thought I was thinking about if I were gonna talk about this. Me personally, I already like had a loss like before that. So I was like being really upset, and I think there were two people that I really put blame towards, and Anthony Rizzo and Garrett Cole equally had blame for that fuck up in the at the top of the fifth inning. Rizzo should have charged the ground ball, and Garrett Cole just started looking at him like he's gonna do. They both should have just ran. They would have made that third out. It would have been 2-2 Yankees going to LA Dodgers. That's who I blame. It's bullshit. More Rizzo than Garrett Cole, but
This guy is like, that's the reality. Most people feel the way you do, man. Like there's a lot of people that just want to tune that shit out.
yeah.
But then what happens?
Yeah, everything you don't want it to happen. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a crazy time. It's gonna be a wild 4 years. I hope in 2 years we could put more Democrats in Congress to battle it out a little bit more. Like it just feels like it's been tough in the city. Like everybody's been sad and
everyone's fucking.
Yeah.
It's hard to eat.
yeah,
It's hard to eat. It's hard to buy things. You know, I mean, it is true. Some people say that like the argument is that that the economy was good when Trump was in office, and then the other side to it is that well, people don't see where that economy came from.
right.
So it was before Trump was in office, because
Yeah.
it is like a trickle down in terms of when certain things are enacted, and then when you see a result of that after a few years.
Yeah,
It takes time.
yeah,
So it's like, you know, not many people confront certain topics on either side. But I
right.
feel like, yo, man, when is it going to come to the point where we could just both sit down at the table?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous.
I do think like looking at the other side and like degrading them to like being called garbage. I think I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just saying this is how we got here. Like that we can't even talk. Like we're only gonna go forward if we can figure it out together. Like when we separate, it's not. And I look at the other side being like sometimes be like you're stupid, but like it's just that dialogue of like both sides being like other ones like friggin' worse people. Like I just think I think
it's almost childish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost childish, and
Yeah.
for that to be in the political climate, it's like, how the fuck are we there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, it makes you think, like, is it all a distraction? You know what I mean? I mean, I try to think about, like, all right, like, what are the Democrats fighting for? You know, they're fighting for, like, the working man, right?
Yeah.
The working people that are, maybe they have their 9 to 5, are struggling, they're coming up, they're trying to, like, make it in this world, right?
Yeah.
And then it seems like the Republicans really fight for the people that have already made it and want to continue making it.
Yeah.
And want to not be succumbed to certain governmental taxations that would make them to have less
Yeah.
than what they've already like earned over time.
Right.
So like, am I gonna say shit? If I was broke, would I not want the help? Hell fucking yeah, I do want the
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Now, if I'm gonna say if I was rich as fuck, would I say, damn, they're gonna take more from me? Would I be tight? Yeah, I would be fucking
Probably,
tight.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yo, like I could understand both sides. Why are people fighting?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I could understand why, obviously, because those are those two sides, right?
Right.
But then it's also like, there's gotta be a bridge, man. There's gotta be a bridge, yo. There's gotta be some way that at least a portion of understanding can be from both sides.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know about you, but the best bosses I've ever had were the hardest workers. Not to say that they did so much labor sometimes, but that they were everywhere. They were
Right.
active. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were interactive. They were making sure that everything was good. You know what I mean? Then there's other bosses that don't give a fucking shit. They just want the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's layers to that too. Now, both of them also don't want to be taxed as much.
Yeah.
But both of them also have different characters, different morals, different styles of living. You know what I mean?
Right.
One you could respect, the other one you could not give a shit about.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck, it comes down to so many different layers within life. And also, people that don't have much. For me, what do I see? Like, yo, lack of effort. Some people put effort, some people don't have effort. Some people don't even, when they put effort, they feel like they don't get enough. Sometimes I feel like I don't get enough. And then they don't want to apply more effort. And there's like a whole dichotomy within that too as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck, man, where do you go?
Right.
You have to have, I feel like, a hunger for life in general as
Yeah.
an individual.
Yeah.
Because it's still kind of like the jungle out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. I feel like because I don't really, I'm not invested in politics and like that kind of. I just want to be better and better. Like that's really.
Of course, but living in this world, you create this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is dope. You know what I mean? Like, it comes from this time.
Yeah.
Artists constantly, like, when I think about artists in certain times, I think about certain pieces like Guernica.
Oh my gosh.
You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Where it creates a depiction of a certain period,
Yeah.
illustrated in a way that is so symbolic. You know, like the dying horse. Representing the dying nation
Yeah.
in the center of the fucking piece. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, there's so many layers to art where I feel like whether you're paying attention to it or not, this could be a representation of what's going on.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cause like I mean I was doing similar, not this exact
Yeah, I'm
style,
just
but
saying,
like
like-
similar during the pandemic, and like and all of my like it's meshing. It was like faces on top of each other, like different emotions being portrayed, and it was the city during COVID. Like I like had to take a step back. I'm like, I didn't even realize I'm painting the city. Everyone is still inside, like cramped next to each other. We have like tiny apartments. We're all next to it. We're all mad. We're sad. We're doing all that. Like I'm literally painting what the city was in COVID. But yeah, no, you just do what you feels right, and then eventually you're like, oh man, that could have also been a thing. Like that was sick.
You know what someone should have painted? Like if, when they're driving down like Times Square, or like some like shit that there's normally mad cars in.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's no cars because
Yeah.
during the pandemic there was
Right.
no cars. Like, have a little comment bubble saying, "This is actually nice."
Yeah, right. I know.
Yeah, because like, how many times, yo, right? Come on.
Dude. But yeah.
You were about to say something. You were driving down.
Just going, like, back then I would drive to Westchester to visit my parents, and like from leaving the city then to like what it is now, it was great. It was great, like like
Great.
45 minutes, but now it's
No
like
traffic.
an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's like,
insane.
what happened? Oh yeah. But yo, so tell me about when you came over here to New York. You said from Westchester, right?
Yeah.
And now, how was the dynamics like? You moved out here to the city. Life changed.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You were living in where, like a suburb area type area?
Yeah.
And over there, like more calm, relaxed.
Right.
Like, you got people are relatively normal, right? Like,
Yeah,
I guess
like-
whatever that means.
Right,
Out there,
right.
people got their shit too, right?
Yeah.
I'm still probably hidden behind doors, right?
Yeah.
You know, some shit. But you're here now, and you said
I was
10 years ago.
yeah, so I was like 24.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. All right. So you're young dude. How'd you feel coming out here? Like, what was going on? What type of shit did you see, man?
Yeah, I was very naive. I like the first year that I was living in the city, I like wanted to act like I've been here. I went on I think I went on a date, and I'm on the train, and like someone's like doing the dance thing, and they gave out money, and I accidentally put in a 20. I was like, fuck me, I didn't mean to do that. like just trying to like show off for the date, like. But no, just little things like that. Like I just like didn't realize like life in the city, like it's moving fast. Like you can't
Fast.
even walking on the sidewalk, like get out of the way, like But no, I loved it because I hate being in a car. I mean, I don't mind like a long drive, yeah, if you're with friends or something. But getting in the car just to go to a store like really quick and then coming back. Like I just like that I can just walk wherever I want. Like
The commutes are like dope when shit's working right.
yeah, but then when I need to go from one borough to the next, and like the trains are like crazy, dude, it's insane.
Yeah,
it's insane.
you know, because shit happens. It's good when it's good. It's great.
Yeah.
Right. Gets you there, boom. But then over time, of course, you're gonna have every now and then someone gets hit by a train.
Yeah.
People
are still upset. Like, I'm not getting to work on time. Those fucking asshole just went down.
Bro, I got hit by a bus when I was younger. So
no.
I got hit by a bus when I was younger, and like, my thought afterwards was like, after years, right? I'm like, damn, I can only imagine how many people were tight.
Yeah, ruin their day.
I was like, yeah, I fucking ruined their day.
What ended up happening? You break a bone or something? Or like
no, I was in a
anything?
coma.
Like,
yeah, I didn't break any single bone though.
whoa.
Which was kind of cool. I felt like, in a way, right?
Yeah,
you get hit, and then I flew 7 feet up in the air, and I fell unconscious.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was in Booth Memorial, and then they transferred me to intensive care at the Presbyterian.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How old were
14?
you? Oh my god, dude. So I had like a near-death experience too, and now it's like 6 years ago. I got pneumonia, and it got really, really bad.
Shit.
It was
That
before
shit
COVID, before like being like locked away. Like, and at first it was just pneumonia, but I think I was in the hospital for about 3 weeks, and then like fluid was being like in my lungs. So like they had to put like they were trying to put a needle in. And then I had to like do surgery to get fluid like pumped out of my lungs. And then like later, like the doctors telling me like, you're a really healthy person. If you weren't, it would like you might have not got through it.
Wow.
So it's like, yeah, just like a lot of emotions and everything. And I just remember like the first thing I wanted to do, like leaving, I'm like, wow, I almost died. I really want to get on a skateboard and like I want to live.
Yeah.
And then so I'm so I'm doing it.
There's people that they say that that's a trait apparently that happens. Like people that have near-death experiences.
Yeah.
That it's very common that they do this shit. Like
Yeah.
they take mad risk.
Oh yeah.
Living in a certain way.
Like I think it was like a month after I got out of the hospital, I was skateboarding like at night, no helmet. Like not that a helmet would have done anything, but like a crack came out.
I like you added that in, no helmet, like
No, like idiot, and I go friggin' flying, and I think it's this elbow. I got like a crazy, like you could see at the time you could see bone. They couldn't even like stitch it or anything because like it was just too bad. And I was like, all right, I want to live, but maybe not like that crazy. Like I don't have to do anything.
Right.
I'm not jumping out of a plane.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, so I'm like, let me live, let me do what I really love to do. I just like paint. I've just been painting like
Wow.
crazy. So.
And yo, when was the first time that that you painted something and someone bought it? Like someone like was like, this was the first sale that you made, and you're like, damn, I could actually do this.
I think I decided I wanted to do it before I got like anyone to buy, but the first one I remember was someone searched me up on Instagram, and I had made this like small piece, and he just asked me to blow it up. But it was like the coolest feeling ever. Like someone like found me. I'd never met them before, and then and asked me to do something. So
okay, so you said that you had the feeling of wanting to do that before even selling the piece. So what was the feeling? What made you say, all right, I'm gonna do this?
Well, I was always drawing. I like whenever I just had a moment. High school, I asked my English teacher to prom by like drawing a picture on the end. She gave me it was like the back of a test.
Yo,
and she gave back to me. She was, because I already had a date. It was my friend. She was like,
Yeah.
you have a really nice date. You should take her instead. Like it was just a funny. But like I've always been doing it. It was after college that I just like started.
You probably could have went out with her.
Miss Rago, yeah,
Hey,
she was
Miss
awesome.
Rago, shout out
Yeah,
Miss Rago.
yeah.
She probably fine as fuck, yo. Like, right? Yeah, man. You're not gonna say it.
But I went to school at SUNY Cortland, which is like super sports school, and I like sports. Don't get me wrong, but like I just knew that's just not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I was watching Keith Haring and Basquiat documentaries, and I was like, I do this anyway. Those guys made a living off of it. Let me try. So it was like, get out of upstate New York, go to the city, just see what happens. Yeah.
And life goes on.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now, in New York, you meet a lot of different types of people. You meet a lot of different types of artists. You say you have a show coming up.
Yeah.
Like, how was it first coming into New York, meeting these types of people, finding your way, and now finally having a place where you can present your work? You know, talk to me a little bit about the come up. Talk to me a little about the journey, the types of people you meet. You know, maybe certain things to watch out for.
Oh yeah.
Maybe certain things that, like, if you were the younger you looking at you right now,
Right.
could be like, yo, thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, in the beginning, like, I was working with a lot of other like upcoming either artists or like whatever they're doing. Like some of them are musicians. They did podcasts. And most of the people like I came up with, they were from Westchester too. Like they don't really do what they were doing anymore. So like I just felt like I was not being taken advantage of, but like I'm like being put up as like, oh, we have an artist at this fashion show. Like, I mean, I was young, and I think it's smart to do those kinds of things, like go out of your realm and just find different audiences. But I was just so exhausted of that. Like, I did one show that it was like a fashion show, and like they had a DJ and everything, but and they had some art around, but like they put my pieces in the stairwell, like, because it had like 2 floors, and one of my pieces was upside down. So I was like,
No respect.
you didn't even, like, not that you don't really know which way to go, but like if you looked at my pieces, or if you even asked me, like I would tell you, like,
Right.
like turn it around.
It's obviously not this way.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, right.
But like, this is the way. And honestly, you put it this way, and there is a flow to it.
Yeah.
It makes more sense.
So I think,
least
like, talking to younger artists or younger myself, like, know your worth and fight for yourself. Like don't let other people like mess with you, and like, no, you put all of your time to this art. This describes, like, this is me. I'm wearing this. Like, this is my name is on this. Like, show like, fight for the respect that you
have some elbow room.
Yeah.
Right. Like, in the sense that if you're being paid for it, or if you're being a part of the process, if they're coming to you for a certain thing, it's this way then.
Right.
Like, and you declare that way, right?
Yeah.
In a way, because as the artist, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta take control at some point.
Yeah, and if like the company or whatever, like the other person you're working with, like they don't agree that you should be paid this amount, or like that you should get this much, like be seen this much, like that, then there will be others. Move on. Like, don't waste your time with people who aren't gonna mess with you.
But then you got people that are hungry as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
And they'll take that check.
Yeah.
Right? They'll do what they gotta do, right?
Yeah.
Because shit, life is hard, man.
Right.
Fucking think about how many people make sacrifices in order to, like, succeed, right?
Yeah.
What kind of sacrifices are you willing to take to succeed, and are you not willing to take to succeed?
Well, I feel like I've already made a ton of sacrifices. Like, this is my entire life is my artwork. So like, I'm not I'm saying it's required. No, I don't take. I'm not taking it. I forget where I was going.
You this entire life, your entire life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I'll go out with friends and stuff, but like I'm not at the club. I'm not at the bar all the time. I'm working on my craft. Like, I feel like that I put like my life's purpose is this. Like, this is what I want to leave behind when I eventually die, and like this is my journal of my life. So like it means a lot. So like making sacrifice, like when you dive your entire life into your craft or like your love, like that, I feel like that's what you need. Yeah.
What are some things you're not willing to do that maybe you've seen other artists do? They'd be like, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't do that, or you know what I mean, like, or I'll do that.
See, I go back and forth because I want to make money, but I also want my art and like what my reputation to be like a certain amount. But then I'm like, why do I even care about that too much? Like, let me just go paint this dog so I could just get $100 quick. Like, I don't know if there is anything that I'm like willing not to do. Like,
because money changes shit, right?
Yeah. Because we have to.
It's like people say a lot of things,
yeah,
but then they get thrown like $100,000.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Right.
You know what I mean?
But yeah,
people think like, oh, $1 million, $2 million. Man, someone throws you $20,000. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, I, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. I've seen people do less shit for less money. I mean, more shit for less money.
Yeah.
You know.
So. Yeah, we just have to live. I mean, there's really not that many artists that are like living at large. Like, I'm not in this to like be famous, and that's always like someone's first instinct. Like, and then also like sometimes I'll like put something on TikTok, and I'm like, why am I going to be a freaking I'm not a content creator. I'm an artist. Like, I don't know why I have to blur the lines. Like,
that's what you're saying.
I mean, you just do whatever feels right, and
you go with your flow. And if it's appreciated, it's appreciated. If it's not, it's like, yo, bro, I'm good.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. And all right, so what are some things that, let's say, I don't know, that you got inspired outside of the realm of art? So it helped you maybe with your art, or it helped you in a certain period of time, outside of the realm of like art. Maybe it's comedy, or maybe it's some music, or maybe it's like something else. You know?
Yeah, comedy's huge. I'm a big podcast
Yeah.
listener, like the History Hyenas.
Hyenas?
Yeah, they're
That's
the
just
best.
funny.
I love them.
That shit, they stopped doing that shit a while
They just
ago.
came back. I can't believe
Really?
it. Yeah, I can't believe it.
Oh,
I
shit.
thought it was gonna be over. Like they were my favorite thing during the pandemic, and then
That shit was
I guess
funny
for
as
this
fuck.
election, and then also Chrissy D. Like
Chrissy D.
the podcast he did with Salvo Volcano. I
Yeah.
guess like it just dwindled out. Like they weren't doing anything.
It was kind of corny.
It kind of was.
kinda
I mean,
corny.
but I love Chris and
They're
Giannis
funny
are the
though.
best.
Both of them are individually funny. I
Yeah.
think like, you know what it is? I think like you kind of just got to flow with what you're really good with, you know. And if it works, it works.
Yeah.
You know, I thoroughly enjoy speaking to different individuals, and that's why I think it works every single time.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, like every
Yeah.
single time it has a natural flow in the conversation. Everyone's different. Not everybody is like talkative. Some people aren't. Some people are. Like, it's not really like that big of a deal. For me, it's more so if there is a way to get some honest conversation going. You know,
Yeah.
like not everybody could be here for too long and not be showing who they really are. You know, like
Right.
yeah. I this is gonna be my what 96 or 97.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Man.
96, 97
Yeah, it's-
episode. Something like that.
So
So, I've been doing this for a while now, man.
Yeah.
Every week I've dropped a podcast for over a year. You know what
Wow.
I mean? Like, it has not stopped. For me, I see things like this, right? Everything has to have a starting point. You can't be so scared of how
Yeah.
it's going to look.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to start.
Right.
So, has my podcast changed? Will it change? Yes, motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, I want it to grow. I want it to be better. But for right now, it's like this, man. You asked me about
Oh,
my
yeah,
giraffe.
yeah.
Like, yo, the giraffe, that comes from a long story. You got a phone?
Yeah.
Take out your phone. You see you got your camera?
Yeah.
It's on the ass, of course. So, that links to this album that I made called Newgrounds. But I go by Ago, right? That's my artist name. I make music. And when I was working at UPS, I went to Bloomingdale's. They were throwing this giraffe out, but it was all pink, like a light white pink. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like a pale pink. Excuse me. And I'm like, yo, you guys throwing this shit out? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, can I have
Give me
it?
it. Yeah.
And they're like, okay. Like,
Fit on. Yeah.
they didn't think I was gonna take that shit. I was like, I'm taking this shit. The first day I took the head. Second day I took the body. And yo, went viral for this shit, putting it into the train. They put me on like Subway Creatures and shit like that.
Oh man.
Like,
Yeah.
for some wild funny shit, right? And then I used that to gain a little momentum, a little traction to my music. I brought this shit into the city. I had a giant QR code. I had my homie DJ, had like speakers and shit, like to promote my album when I dropped it. It was like dope, and it's on the back. It's on the backdrop to the album, Newgrounds, and with a Z at the end, AGO. So, but seriously, like with that, I really have just. I didn't plan for that to happen. It kind of just happened, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of how you go about when you make your art too, right? You can have a starting point.
Yeah.
But you don't know how this shit's gonna turn out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I call her Esperanza. That means hope in Spanish.
I love it.
Yeah, man.
Not that you should do this, but just because I'm thinking of like certain comedy clubs, like they have like a wall, something like people sign it, like you like have your guests like sign or something. Like I don't know if you like saving it, but you can always paint over it for anything. But
That
like,
would be fire.
it'd be sick, yeah.
That would be fire.
I know. I was while I was looking up the podcast before I came on. I was like, just picturing you carrying this like. The way that I was carrying the painting like through the city, it was just like this freaking giant blue and green giraffe. Like it's freaking awesome.
You know what, man? Let's do it.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the first person to do
Oh,
it.
thanks. Oh, nice. I used to carry Sharpie with me everywhere I go to like draw and stuff, but then I became a teacher, and then I was like, no.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, and then it'll just
Sorry.
be, and like, I mean, you already had 90, so like, in like, whatever, a couple months, it's gonna be all over, like, whatever, and have like people draw it or whatever. I don't know. That's the first thing I thought
Nah,
of
I
when
like that.
saw
That's a
it.
good idea. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna leave this here then. So, fire, man. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
I do eventually want to like change up the style of the place, like maybe do something different. I'm still not quite sure what I'm gonna do. I have had always people give me ideas, and I'm always very accepting towards certain ideas because I know I'm not good at everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not. Like there's just certain things I'm good at, and I try to get better at those things, and then also learn a little bit more from the people that are really good at those other things that I'm not good at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like in life, yo, you have a short bit of time to kind of really be good at everything. You know?
Right.
You could like hone in on certain of the crafts that you do find that you can exceed in, and then the rest you can try your best at.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah.
What are some things that would you say is difficult for you?
Social media for sure. I don't know what the hell I'm doing on social media. I mean, I'd try, but I just gotta freaking. I'll post it and then my friends see it, but like I don't know how to like make
Expand upon that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Make more. Yeah, I'm trying to understand it myself too, man. Like I'm not the best at social media, even though I'm very consistent.
Yeah,
I think it's just once you find the flow, then you have to keep on doing that
yeah,
to be, I guess, really good in social media.
right.
Because if you see the people that have a real following, not even like, because a lot of people have those fake followings, like thousands of people,
Right,
and like
right.
only like a few people like their shit, or
Yeah.
like there's a few viewership on their channel, really. So it's like, for me, that's why the numbers, the following doesn't really matter so much to me as more as the traction that is coming to my page. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because I see that the traction to my page is always more than my following.
Yeah,
So it's like, all right, I'm doing something right.
right.
But then there's that moment of like you have to try to find a way to retain, right? To retain followers. So be like, why I'm gonna follow this person. Everyone's different as to why they follow somebody.
Yeah,
You know, like I think when it comes to artists, it's not, you don't get big traction unless if you're making some type of political statement.
yeah,
Or you've created like some type of niche following,
right.
you know, and like from there it could be expanded upon because it could be brought up through reference of, you know, at parties or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck, like, you know, like I'm pretty sure Basquiat and all these other artists in the come up stage were probably spoken about like that,
Right.
and then it got to the point where it's almost like a staple,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I feel like even like nowadays, like with social media, I just do better when I'm in person. So like when I have a show, like and I'm actually talking to people, I'll get more followers than if like I put up a cool, I don't know, story. You know, like so I think that's what I'm want to, and that's why I want to come on here. Like when people like see you as a person, they will look at like your craft and if you love something enough, people love what other people love. Like they love their others' passion. So like
Absolutely.
if I show how passionate I am about this, like
It's
people
real.
will go with it.
Well, not only that, they can feel it. They can understand it. You know, they can see where it's coming from.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would also be interested in the artwork that you did during the pandemic as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That would be cool to like. What's your plan for this gallery?
Well, this style of like a lot of it is fairly new, but I kind of like had this like these shapes and these like parts of faces on other things. So it's like it's gonna be work from past like 5-6 years. So like it'll be a section of like I mean it's a pretty obvious like it was, or I think it's obvious that like this is like my older stuff versus my newer stuff, but this show is gonna have I do a lot of cartoons. It's gonna have no cartoons, so it's strictly fine art or whatever I call whatever fine art.
What are
is.
you gonna call this period of time?
Well, what I love about my girlfriend helped me name the show, I had a bunch of different names for it, and eventually I was just like, what would you name it? And she just goes, I don't know, these paintings are crazy. So I was like, that's perfect. I don't know what the hell this is. Paintings are crazy. That's literally what the show title's called. So yeah, because like everything I do is just like kind of in the moment, and just like however I'm feeling, I'm like translating on canvas. So I'm like I kind of love that. Of like, just I don't know. It's just it's crazy. My head is crazy, and this is what I made.
That's actually pretty fucking good. It's because you know why it's good? It's one of those like spot on, right on the nose type of shit. Like things are crazy. All right, I want to see what's up.
Yeah, at first I was gonna call it the garage sale.
I don't like that.
I didn't like it either, just because like I mean I wanted it to look like a garage sale, but like I didn't want to. Yeah, right. And then for a little bit, I wanted to call it I Should Be Nicer to People, because I was at my grandfather's funeral, and because he was such a great man, and so many people came and like told stories of how nice and good person. He was a football coach, teacher, and me and my girlfriend Liz, we were just started dating, so she wasn't with me. I just texted her. I was like, God, I gotta be nicer to people. Like, all these people are coming saying that he was so nice. I'm like, I could do it. But then eventually I was like, that doesn't make sense either, because then I gotta tell the story to everybody. Like, everyone's gonna act like what the deal with the title. So
you don't have to say shit.
Yeah.
Same way the painting doesn't have to say shit.
Yeah.
It just is, you know. I just asked you the period because I guess I think about artists like Picasso. You know, he has like his rose period, his blue period, his Cuban and African period, and like he had all these different types of periods where like he showcased a particular style of work.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that encompasses a different type of result. I think, right, because it showcased him throughout different periods of time, and what the artist felt like within those times.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's cool. I think you're doing the same thing, but in your own way. You know?
Right.
And that's cool, man. Because you didn't go with some like extravagant, crazy name. You went with, you know what? These things are crazy.
I can't.
That's just funny, man.
I mean, hopefully one day like someone else can name it for me, like, and they like people really like look at my work and will say like, oh, this is his blue period or whatever. Like, but you know, I'm just doing whatever feels right in the moment. Just while I'm thinking of it, I also do work for this Knicks podcast. My friend Harris Wichard, he's a man. Okay. Any like New York Knicks super fans need to watch this podcast. He does.
I got my homie that he's gonna watch that shit.
Oh man,
for sure. Mark, shout out Mark.
Yeah,
he has a podcast too that's all about like sports.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Harris has he'll do. I think he's doing like
collab.
Absolutely. But Harris does a Child's Play. It's called Child's Play. It's Chris Childs, the former Knick. He's is going on Harris's podcast every week. But yeah, no, I wanted to promote that because I've been very excited since he started doing it last year. Like, it's grown so much, and I'm an avid sports fan. I mean, I love West Ham and the Yankees, but like the Knicks have always been there, so it's just cool that I help with that.
So you was tight that the Dodgers took it.
Yo. I feel
I was hoping for the Subway Series.
That was my worst nightmare because the Mets would have kicked our ass. They would have killed us.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't want that.
I want that.
I like the Mets. I want to see them do, but I can't watch the Yankees lose to them. Like that would be. It would be worse than 2004.
It would be worse than them losing to the Dodgers.
Well. Yeah. Not worse than 2004, but yeah, definitely worse than losing to the Dodgers. Because Dodgers, we
put the name.
Yeah.
The best is like they just came up again.
Yeah, and now you gotta love Freddie Freeman. You gotta love Mookie Betts. Like big respect to them, but like we didn't belong there. Like
what's that player in the Dodgers? They're comparing him to Babe Ruth.
Shohei Ohtani, because he can pitch as well, and that like that's the thing. He didn't pitch at all this year, and next year he's going to be pitching for that. Like they're only getting better, like so. But no, it's just like it was fun to really relive my childhood. Yankees in the World Series. I haven't seen it in so long, but you know.
Was it a nostalgic moment?
Yeah, it was fun. Like the lead up
You knew they were
to it
gonna
was
lose,
going to be
though,
great.
right?
Kind of had a feeling.
Was it kind of like Trump and Harris?
I felt bad because I had a feeling like it was going to be Trump for a long time. It just like you just felt it
In the air?
But towards the end, just like that last month, like I guess my algorithm was getting to me. I really thought she was going to pull it out at the end.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be.
You're like, this is the shit
a
that I
race.
like, so
yeah,
it makes sense.
It's like, yeah, right. But I just like I get fed the algorithm that I get, you know.
Yeah, and then you saw the reality. You saw like how it just split.
Yeah.
You saw how the split was?
Yeah.
Like
No,
the chances
nuts.
of him winning and the chances of... Yo, I heard somebody told me that that if you were betting $100 on Trump, you were gonna get like $106. But if you bet $100 on Harris, that you were gonna get what was it? Like $1,400.
Jesus.
Shit like that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What a world! Like I never would have thought. Like I mean,
It comes to that,
and
right?
then like there's
Yeah.
moving billboards on buildings showing like how many people are betting on the outcome of the election. Like what a world! Like
it kind of makes you think though. Like, does that give you the result faster than you need it?
I think it's just too.
Would that play a role in it? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's just so many layers to that. I'm not sure, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the same shit happened. I don't know if you watch like boxing at all, but the same shit happened with that Garcia and what's his dude's name? Fuck, I'm an asshole.
Garcia. I haven't watched the boxing event in a minute.
Garcia versus not Davis. What's the other dude's name? Fuck. Haney. There we go. So, there was Devin Haney, right? So, there was a fight between them two. Ryan Garcia was like acting all crazy on social media and doing all this crazy shit. Everyone was betting against him.
Yeah.
The fight was in Vegas. Even like everything was rooting against him. He came in and he ended up beating him. The flip was crazy.
Yeah.
Like even the Vegas lost money that night.
Oh my god.
That's how much like everyone was thinking that he was gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, with that being said, how much of things in reality are dealt with perception? And how many people know that and will bet against the odds because they know it'll be in their favor? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's just so many fucking weird dynamics. And if money is the root to everything, people are going to follow it.
Yeah, right.
Some people. Not everybody. You know?
Yeah.
Would you say, how much money is enough money for you?
Oh man.
In New York?
That's the thing. I mean, I don't know what number it would be, but I just want to not have to worry about paying my rent. I think let's start there. Like, so like I don't know.
All right. So how much is your rent?
Like 1,000.
1,000.
Because I'm splitting with my.
Right. All right. So I mean, so ideally 12,000, and then what? Like times, how much would be cost of food a month?
Probably like 300-400. I eat out a lot. I eat out too much, so maybe a little more.
So we're probably looking at anywhere between like, and then like leisures and everything else. We're probably looking at anywhere between like $30,000 to $50,000.
Yeah.
To live and not exceed past that point. You be good with just that?
I mean, like, but that's what, like the world that I live in now. Like, I mean, when you move up a level, you're gonna want more and more. Like, I'm sure, when I get comfortable, I'm gonna be like, all right, let's go on crazy vacations. Like, let's go do let's go
Bahamas.
freaking whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
like let's go
take
first
some cake,
class.
though.
Yeah, like.
Let's go first class. Yeah, right.
But-
We don't even need to.
Yeah, but now, I really just want to. I mean, really, my life goal is just to be a full-time art. Like, I don't want to have to do anything else to make money. I just want to make paintings. And,
Everything's about
and not do it.
circumstance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what leads back to that conversation, man. Like, this whole Democrats, Republicans thing is like, yo, I feel like this is fucking sidetracking us.
Yeah.
It's sidetracking us. You know, there's so much more to actually talk about and to learn from each other.
Yeah.
I really wish the world was about, like, passing knowledge.
Yeah.
And real knowledge. Not fake knowledge that is benefiting a certain group. You know what I mean? Just like straight, this is what it is.
Right,
you
right.
know, like,
Yeah.
I got a part of the podcast that I asked the individual, can you give me a question that I could bring out to society? And I go ask that question.
Oh. You know what? Who's your favorite painter and why? Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Who's your favorite painter?
Picasso,
Why?
because he captures his pain or his happiness in a way.
And why? Yeah.
Dope. Who's yours?
I would always say Kenny Scharf, and I think Kenny Scharf is my number one. But lately, I've been really interested in studying like Caravaggio and Rembrandt. Like I think after I do the show of like my faces and stuff, I kind of want to move on to like drawing people and like make them more real life like. Caravaggio has like some of the most badass paintings of all time. Like I think it was West Side Guns cover of like that guy holding a head. I think,
Just pull it up, though.
yeah, that's a Caravaggio paint. Like that's the kind of thing. Like someone who literally just cut his head off and like showing it.
Oh, yeah, this one?
Yeah, yeah, that one. That's
was badass.
yeah.
like,
He is unbelievable. Like the way he uses light, like those dark background. Like I wanna paint more like him.
Now, you could do realistic shit like that?
Not that well, but like I just want to change. I've been doing this like cartoons and this kind of stuff for so long. I want to see what else I can do.
It's kind of amazing that these people did this shit back in the day.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, their art was, like, amazing, bro.
yeah.
I remember I went to a few museums when I was in Europe, right? Because when I got hit by that buzz, I made a little bit of money.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I used that money to travel.
yeah.
And I was like, yo, I'm gonna fucking travel. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go there. I went to mad places in Europe. I went to mad different museums too. Like, and yo, what's dope about artwork, and I think that I don't know if it's lacking today. Maybe it's around. But I feel like the artwork then showcased the people of their time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hardly see like paintings of like people in modern times. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's always like to look old. Everyone wants that like vintage look.
Yeah.
But like what people lack, or some people lack, or maybe some people lack, is the understanding that this shit is gonna be old soon.
Yeah.
You know? So it would be cool to have something like, you know, that showcase how it really looks right now.
Yeah.
And how people dress now, and how people talk now, how people, you know, are now.
Yeah.
There's fewer families. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in the world. There's a lot of information. People are taking it very differently.
Right.
You know? How do you feel like that is affecting maybe your way you want to direct your art, or the way that you like present your art? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were even to think of that.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I'm just taking in my surroundings. So it's like it is whatever's currently have like how people look and talk to me and like whatever. Like how they act
Right.
in public. Like you're soaking in all of that. So like whatever art you make is
It's
like kind of
naturally
yeah,
in there already.
yeah,
I think that, but in the aspect of like, so you say that you want to like create like more realistic like drawings and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Maybe to incorporate that, like that would be cool, man. Like, you know, I like to also see like those paintings of you see maybe a couple at a diner,
right,
and like you see the worker, you see somebody like someone by themselves. Like,
Yeah.
you see like this whole
Like-
like different dynamics. But how would it be now? It's almost the same thing, right? Because people are still dealing with certain like of the same things, but the style is different.
yeah.
You know.
Someone buried in their phone in the corner. You don't
Right,
see. Yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
things
Yeah.
things that are like present day.
It would be funny. It's like, well, some things would be funny, some things would be depressing.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the dream goal for you, bro?
To be full-time artist. I just want to be able to live and not worry about money. And then the way that I'm making money is just making my art, or my original art. I don't want to be an artist that like. I mean, I do it sometimes, but I don't want to like take other cartoons like something that like someone else has made and then I put my touch on. I want mine
Original.
completely original. I want to be separated from everybody else. Like that's like my goal.
That's the main pursuit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Originality.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how you really create a staple.
Right.
Shit. All right. Now, what's something that you would say to your younger self?
Just keep going. You get better and better. Everything that you're worried about, like you'll have other worries. So don't even worry about these worries.
New
like
other
like
worries.
like just keep pushing.
Word.
That like the saying like it'll all work out. But like I mean it might.
Might
It'll
not.
be good for you. It'll be good for you.
Might not,
might not work out, but like it'll
Right.
be good.
Yeah. Life is strange that way, right?
Yeah.
Someone was telling me art kind of feels like it's always there and not there.
Yeah.
You know, like it's there but it's not.
Yeah.
Like, I could be doing really good.
Yeah.
Or I could be doing terribly right now.
Yeah.
Like oh man, life. Do you feel like you have your best shot here in New York, or is it that you can go to other places now?
I used to think that it was New York or bust, but I kind of like I'm getting older and I just feel like I'll be okay. I'll be okay wherever I go. If I'm making what I like to make,
Right.
show that I'm passionate, people will follow
Right.
through. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can make this anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it'll be also dope if you have like, I don't know, man, like I love New York too, but same thing. The older I get, it's like, yo, I wish I had like this amount of land or
Right.
this amount of space or
Yeah.
all that. That's all more work too, though.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like, don't get it twisted. But there's different stages in life, right?
Yeah.
Like, especially when you move around, you kind of have an understanding that you don't have to stay in just one place.
Right.
You know, you don't have to feel stuck like I'm obliged to stay here.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Dude, thanks for having me. Freaking
Oh,
was
hell
awesome.
yeah, man. No, absolutely. And where can the people find you, though?
My Instagram is matt.furman27. And then my website is illvisionart.com. I used to call myself Illvision, and then that Illvision turned into like the style, and I just want my regular. So I'm in transition of getting away from a fake name to my regular name. So Matt Furman, Matt Furman. Matt.Furman27 on Instagram, and then illvisionart.
Dope, man. And do you have any questions for me?
Just come to All Street Gallery on December 20th.
That's not a question.
Yeah. Just would you like to come? Yeah.
When is you said on the 21st, right?
20th, the
20th.
Friday. Yeah.
Friday. I mean, I'll be working, but it depends on what time.
6 to 9.
I'll be working.
Probably late. All right.
Yeah,
No
I'm
worries.
working until 10, so I'll be there until then. Then I gotta come back here and I gotta walk my dog.
Oh my God. I
So
gotta
my
do
schedule
it.
is crazy.
Yeah. No, it's not.
But bet, man, it was nice having you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thank you for everything.
It's the conversation. Yeah. Take your mind different places. Now you know. So yeah,
Yeah, I wanted to. This one I'm gonna take and show, but I just wanted to give you a little something. Thanks
Yo,
for having
thank
me.
you, man.
I'm gonna have like a ton of these like small ones
Oh,
at the
shit,
show, so I was
that's
like, yeah, let me
fire.
just give you a gift. Like,
Yo, thank you
before.
so much,
Yeah,
bro.
it meant a lot to come on and talk.
Wow,
to
it
you.
meant a lot.
That was cool. Cool that
What?
when you chased me down. That was
Yo,
that was a cool feeling.
Yo, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you write something here and then
Oh
sign
yeah.
it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that would be amazing, bro. Thank you so much, bro. Yo, man. Thank you,
Dude,
bro.
thank you. Yeah,
For real.
appreciate it.